Hey guys, how's it going? Before I begin this video, I wanted to do this kind of a little bit of vlog style. It's a little different for me to be looking at the camera, so bear with me. But anyways, I wanted to explain this video and then also the next two videos. So this video is just going to be of my 1991 Civic right here. I actually just got the windows tinted. You can see it there. I'll give another little small walk around here in a different video, but yeah, 30% in the fronts and 20% in the rears. Looks a lot better. I like it a lot. But anyways, this current video is going to be a basically run through of the condition of what my 1991 Civic was like whenever I first got it. Now I feel like I need a little bit of an explanation for that, and that is because whenever I got this car, I immediately put it in one of my sheds that I basically rebuilt it. It was in there for about 9 months. I rebuilt the engine, just changing seals and stuff like that, nothing internally, but I did engine work on it and also suspension work on it. So that's what I mean. As soon as I got this car, it basically went straight into storage and I didn't touch the interior. I didn't clean the exterior or the interior until just after I was done rebuilding it and I got it out of the storage shed. So the next three videos I'm about to release are of me detailing this car. If you like detailing or just want to see the condition of what this car was in before I, did all my work on it, all my detailing magic and all that, you definitely want to watch these videos. And this video is just of me running through, kind of seeing the condition. I'm showing you guys just how dirty this car was whenever I first got it. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out this video. The next video is of me actually detailing it. I start with the interior, and I go through a lot of steps. I clean, the seats, the carpets, everything. I basically just kind of show you before and after, a little bit of the process. But yeah, you definitely want to check out those two videos. And then the third video is of me kind of doing more of like the trim pieces in the interior, the door panels, and then I believe I have a few clips of me actually polishing the car. Like a before and after of just how dull the paint. This white paint was basically like almost a matte finish whenever I first got this car. It was very much so oxidized and, tons of swirl marks, all that. So whenever I polished it, I definitely brought back the shine, the gloss to the paint. So those are going to be the next three videos. After those videos, I'm going to post a little update on my Integra. I'm still working on the harness. I haven't made much headway on that yet, but definitely going to be, trying to get this car running and get this raw wire harness, fully plugged up and ready to go in this car. I had to do some more research. It turned out to be a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. And obviously I have the dashboard out as well. So yeah, dashboard is fully out right there. So yeah, I plan to upload about once a week. I'm thinking every Thursday morning. So yeah, I really would like to get out a video at least once a week for you guys. Don't quote me on that. I don't know how good it's going to go, but we'll see how content goes for, these two cars. Oh, actually, I do have some stuff coming in the mail for this car as well, so I think I should have enough content for you guys. So yeah, parts coming for this car. Hopefully progress coming for this car. That's the goal. So anyways, I also really appreciate you guys watching my videos. I got a lot of views, especially on the walk around of this car. By the way, the walk around of this car is obviously after the detail, so it's kind of weird. I released the after first, and these next three videos will basically be the before. So as I was saying, thank you guys so much for subscribing, liking my videos. Again, thank you Garage Build Hondas, and oh yeah, about that, those two guys gave me shout outs. I really appreciate it. Let's get started with the walkthrough of the Civic in the condition it was in whenever I first got it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. What's up, guys? I'm here with another video with my 91 Civic. I have already done all the engine work. I've already done all the suspension work. All that is done. Before I, actually start driving this thing, I want to do a full detail, interior and exterior. So I'm going to start with the interior. So right now I'm just gonna get some shots and show you how dirty the interior is. I would not say that this is trashed, but it definitely has been, you know, at least a few years since it's been clean or detailed. So I'm gonna go ahead and pan over some of the key areas that I see the most dirt and grime and all that, and just kind of show you guys a little bit of the condition of how this car is in its current state. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this driver's side footwell here. By the way, I do have a lot of the panels off. This panel and the center console panel, I have those off because I recently replaced the clutch in this car, so I had to take this off to take out the shifter anyways, to replace some bushings and whatnot, so, and drop the shift linkage. So I just left those out because, I mean, as you can see, there is tons of grime around it, so it's just easier to, you know, have those out so I don't have to work around them. They also make for better detail as well. Also, whenever I do detail it, the interior, I'm going to take out both of the front seats so I can get under them, and I have a stain extractor, so I'm going to go over all the seats, all the floor mats, the carpets, everything with my stain extractor once I vacuum it and get all that cleaned up. So first, let's take a look down here. These are the floor mats. This is the footwell. As you can see, it really needs a good vacuum. After I get a good vacuum in here, I think it'll look much, much better. But also, these are the original floor mats, which is interesting. These were optional in these years of Civics, so that's pretty cool. I guess that's one option that this car had. There is somewhere, you know, the driver's side foot is sitting there as you're driving, so there is somewhere, but overall not too bad. It's really dirty under the seat here. You can see just all that grime. There's tons of dirt and dirty grime down here. I know I can clean this up easy. So once I take these seats out, I'll get all that taken care of, and I'll clean the rails up. And it does have a tear. This driver's seat does have a tear right here, which is pretty typical for older Hondas, basically, you know, older cars in general. You know, if it's upholstery, usually this bolster is the first one to go. It does have a little rip here, but right now I don't think I'm going to do anything about it. Whenever I do clean the seats, although I will take this off, I'll probably wash this in the washing machine, and then I'll actually clean the seats. But for now, I'm just going to leave it this on there once I get them all cleaned up, because I'm not going to buy any seats anytime soon for this car. I would love some 91 Civic Si seats, but those are pretty hard to find. But yeah, here's the dash. You know, could just use a really good wipe down with some interior cleaner, some microfiber cloths. Just a really good detail, I think, will really turn this car around. Let's see if I can focus. Yeah, I see how dirty that is. There it is. And here's the center console. This part is pretty nasty. See right in here, looks like dog hair. So yeah, somebody, I think the older lady who owned this car, who was the first owner, she had dogs in here. So you can see some dog hair. I'll get a microfiber cloth, wipe all that up. Then under the emergency brake, there's quite a bit of nasty crud right there. Definitely gonna have to clean that up. You see, now you see why I left off the center console. Definitely want to clean all this up before I get it back. And clean this thing up, this little cover. Here are the emergency brake cables. Clean all around there. Okay, let's take a look at the passenger side. All right, so let's not forget the sun visors too. Quite a bit of staining right there. And then it's hard to see on camera, but these are like oily, or there's something liquidy or something nasty on there. I'm not sure what that is. It's on both of them. Ugh. I don't know what that stuff is. Here's the passenger side. Passenger side door. Doors are in pretty good condition. There's a little scuff there. I think I can get that out. This is missing the knob. These are super hard to find OEM. There's plenty of black OEM window knobs out there, but not many blue. I think this is called like Palm Blue or something like that. Anyways, here's the passenger seat. Surprisingly, the passenger seat looks more stained than the driver's seat. Here's a pretty obvious one right there. I'm not sure how good my stain extractor will be at getting that out, but I'm gonna try. This just looks like some body oils or maybe a drink stained there. It's quite a bit on this side of the bolster. So quite a bit of staining in there, but I think that, like I said, the stain extractor will do quite a good job of getting that out. Maybe not fully, but yeah, here's another look at that emergency brake. Look at all that crud. All right, passenger footwell. I do have the glove box out. That is something else that I took out to access whenever I was doing another job. Just some dirt in there. I am going to take this piece off as well because there are bulbs in this AC heater control. There are 2 bulbs and one of them is burnt out, so I'm going to take this out eventually, replace the bulbs in this thing. So once I take this off, I'll be able to detail the panels. I kind of like taking out these panels. They're not hard. Like this one's held on by like 4 screws, so it's not that hard to take it out. And just taking out those panels just really, you know, does a super deep clean. So I like to do that type of stuff. Here's the floor mat. The floor mat is in better condition. Just needs a good vacuum. Throw away this U-shaped nail. And yep, original floor mats. Doors are in really good condition. I mean, in other Civics and CRXs that I see online, this is usually just completely worn off, and this one, it looks really good. I mean, dirty, but you know, it's in good condition once you get it cleaned up. Here's that dash cover. It's called a Dash Designs. So there's that up close. All right, let me show you the rear. All right, here are the back seats. The back seats are in pretty good condition. Just could use a vacuum. Back here, you know, the armrests naturally, those get a bunch of dirt. Dirt and crud, looks like some liquid was spilled on there. Interior detailer work, clean that up. Here's the rear hatch. I'll show that in just a minute, but let's focus on the rear seats right now. Like it really pops out to me is this one right here. Oh, and that's pretty rough too. I may not be able to get that one out. Kind of feels like the fabric is slightly ruined, or I don't know, that's pretty hard. So I don't know if I'll be able to fix that, but it's okay. I don't really care about small stuff like that. I'll just try my best. And oh, look at that, a dead bug. Nice. I'm going to fully do an exterior detail on this. I'm talking car wash, clay bar, compound, and polish. I mean, this thing is going to be completely, you know, full detail. Let me put the seats down. A little bit of staining up here. All right, so again, obviously needs to be vacuumed. Not a big deal, too much. I did take out the plastic covers that were right here. Again, I was working on the suspension, so I didn't put any of that back. Also, I wanted to replace the bulbs in the rear. This thing doesn't even have reverse lights in it, so I actually bought some LEDs for that. So I plan to make a before and after to kind of show the difference between the halogen and the LED bulbs. So I just left these plastic covers off on both sides, and also again, it's a good way, or it's a good time for me to, you know, fully clean those up and do a full-on detail everywhere. So here's the rear trunk mat, and then under this, it's actually wood, which I find odd because in my Integra, it's just like, it's just a hair stronger than cardboard. It's almost like particle board, whereas this is more so real wood. I find that interesting. My 94 Integra looks like it has a cheaper, you know, trunk base than this does. So as I lift this up, it is nasty in here. I mean, I know it can be worse. I definitely know that, but definitely not clean by any means. I'm sure this part of the vehicle has never been cleaned. Looks like some person had some, you know, fake plant particles in here. Fake plants at some point. I did already take out the spare tire. I'm gonna, again, I like to take out all the random parts and clean those individually. So I took out the spare tire, the jack, the tools that came with it. I'm gonna clean those up. I have those sitting in my garage, as well as all these other random panels in the interior that I took out. So I have those ready to be, you know, cleaned individually. But I think for this stuff, I'm gonna first try some all-purpose cleaner. So I'm gonna get a spray bottle and some kind of cheap throwaway microfiber towels and see what some all-purpose cleaner can do first before I go any further than that. But look at this. Here's the end of the hatch, and look at all this. Just dirty, dirty, grimy. And I'm not, on this part, I will not be looking for, you know, it being spotless. Just cleaned up, you know, it's got to be cleaner than it is, you know. So let's see what I can do with this, and we'll go from there. Here are these rear plastic things. I'm not sure what you put in here. Can anybody in the comments below see? Here's the rear hatch. What goes in here? I'm really not sure. It's a little spot there, and then dead bug was in there. So, you know, I've had this car, like I said, for almost a year, and I've just been so itching to do a detail on this car. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally, it's time. Honda.